Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, 6th day of November, 17th day of Cheshvan. Here we go. We're continuing on in the laws of what's considered fair and appropriate competition in business by Torah standards. A Jew is not supposed to just open his store and say, I'll just do whatever I need to do to crush the competition. That's not the Torah way. Here are some more of the guidelines that follow the Torah way. If you know of store A and he has a steady flow of customers, it's not right to actively manipulate everyone to trick the customers into going into your store instead of store A. That is not considered a proper attitude by halacha. Let's continue. You are allowed to advertise. That's totally fair. You can say, I have a store and I'm selling good products and want to come look at my stuff. But to actively maneuver and manipulate to steal away all the customers from store A, that's not the way the Torah would have you operate. You are allowed to give out incentives, and he's allowed to do the same. You could give a free extra something to everybody who comes in and shops, and your competitor is allowed to do the same. So that wouldn't be considered an unfair tactic. The halacha, modern halacha, situations point out to this situation which you might see in Israel, and that is often at a bus stop, the taxi drivers will come to bus stops knowing that the people are hot and bothered and the buses are taking a while, and sometimes the buses are noisy, and sometimes the bus won't have room for you when it arrives, so taxi drivers hang out near bus stops. Now, that is luring away customers from the bus company, isn't it? But you're offering an incentive, you see. The taxi driver is offering you a quiet ride, surety of getting a seat, no extra stops and everything. So according to a lot of poskim, it's legitimate for the taxis to pull up at the bus stops. They are luring away some customers from the Jewish bus company, but you see they're offering some incentives that the bus company cannot offer. If you are a from taxi driver and you want to investigate this further, it is suggested halachically that you speak to your rabbi about it. A general rule that you should learn from these few halachas is that you don't just assume, well, it'll get me ahead of my my competitors, so I'm just going to do it. You should be asking your rabbi whether that's an improper tactic or an improper tactic. That's the way a Jew should follow his way of business. If your store is going to be cheaper, then you are allowed to, say, well, that store over there is overpriced, and I don't think people have to be paying overpriced prices, so I'm going to open a store and offer everything at a lower rate. That's allowed. However, I should just add, and if the quality of your stuff is going to be better, then you're allowed to open another store selling more high quality stuff. That's fine. But if the first store is selling at a fair price and it's rock bottom prices, and you're just going to undercut him to kill him and sell at a price that he won't be able to sustain, and you're going to kind of outlast him like that, that's considered nastily competitive by halacha standards, and it would not be the appropriate thing to do. Again, he was selling at the rock bottom prices, and you're just going to undercut and make him sell at prices that he can't afford to stay at. That's not considered an appropriate form of competition in halacha. And lastly, if you are opening your store and you want to have a grand opening sale for a short while to drop the prices and have people take a look at your store, that is considered acceptable in halacha, to have those kinds of things that are like grand opening sale type of things. General rule, just in case you are confused by all of this, is whenever you're doing a business and you want to be proper halachically and you're going to do some maneuver which is going to outmaneuver your competitors, check with your rabbi whether this is by Torah standards or whether it's considered improper. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.